want to welcome you. Max Jimenez is in the building. And what we're going to do is we're actually streaming on all the different platforms right now. I've got a brand new, um, I've got a brand new platform. So you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. You could also find us on Facebook or on Twitter. We appreciate you guys being here. We are about to talk to you about an incredible, incredible giveaway. But before we do that, let me introduce my man, Max Jimenez.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, everyone? Mufasa, we got a Mufasa in here. We got competitive HVAC. What's going on? Everyone on IG. We're also live on YouTube and Facebook. Getting some feedback, brother.
Yeah, I'm getting feedback too. So we got to do one or two things here. Let's go ahead and I don't know where I'm getting the feedback from. So we got to do one or two things. We got to end one of the streams.
Yeah. I say for you guys, join us over on YouTube. That would probably be the best thing for you guys that are on IG.
Yeah, exactly.
For those of you who are on IG, go ahead, join us on Max's YouTube channel. We can chat, we can be live in there, and we'll talk all about the stuff. Yeah, sorry about that, Rob, I see it. Mike, try lowering the speakers on either one and listen on IG. The problem is that you won't be able to hear me there.
Yeah.
So let's get off of here. Everybody go on to YouTube. We'll meet you on YouTube or inside the Facebook group. We're going to cancel you all here inside YouTube.
Let's go. You good now, they said.
Right. All right, what's going on? If everybody can hear me okay. You are live here with my man Max Jimenez and myself. Let's see if we can bring each of us up. There we go.
What's going on? What's going on? Hey, everyone, as you start jumping over to, you start coming into YouTube, let us know in the chat, first of all, your name, where you're actually, where you're tuning in from. So that way we can give you a shout out as well. And that gives us a good perspective of where you're at. So.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. So thanks for joining us here today. We are here to talk to you about what we got going on with the Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery and an incredible opportunity for somebody who's looking to get into real estate, doesn't know how to get started, and ultimately a great opportunity to rub shoulders with Max and I. A little bit about me before we get started, and then I'll let Max introduce himself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mike Termini. I go as Kashmoney Mike out on the social media platforms. I am the #1 seller finance educator inside the real estate space. I've got students from all across the country that I show each and every month how to gain an unfair advantage over the competition by shifting the conversation into creative. My lane is really seller finance. I show people how to lock up life-changing seller finance deals and build long-term wealth.
Let's go. I love it. I love it. We got a few people on here already. We got Melissa, California, Bay Area, Robert from Boston, Cameron, Arizona. Boy, let's go. Robert says, 2 goats. I appreciate you. Robert said, your favorite guru's teacher. Gilbert said, yo, it's been a while since I've been on and seen these two. I have been out for a while watching from Colorado Springs. Let's go. Cash, I appreciate your introduction. Likewise, for those of you, maybe this is the first time hearing from me. My name's Max Jimenez. I been in the real estate space probably for about 8 years now. The biggest thing that I do is I help average salespeople become high performing closers. One of the things that I focus on is not just what I call tactics and strategies. I focus on helping you develop a sound foundation so you're able to execute at a high level, right? And so I've helped hundreds, if not close to thousands, across the country. Since for the past 4 years, and I'm excited because I finally am able to connect with someone that has a similar style, that has a similar approach when it comes to talking to the prospects. and even a step further, which is structuring a deal that can change your life, right? And we'll get into all that. My man, Cash Money Mike, I appreciate you, bro.
Man, I appreciate you. All right, so let's get into it. A little bit about how Max and I came together. Last year, there was an amazing event called Wholesaling Live. And the guys from HBHS out in San Antonio, Uncle Charles and Michael Lannis, put together a one of a kind event that I thought was so incredibly innovative because obviously there's so many people inside the space that have a real issue with trying to get started and don't know how to get the conversation going, even from the wholesale side. So what they did is they decided to put right at about 600 people in one room. They invited a bunch of influencers, Max being one of them. A bunch of other people were there. RJ Bates was there. Eric Klein was there. Naaman Taylor was there. Sharktino, all of these people that are inside the real estate space, that ultimately what they would do is they would feed you a lead. And when you had somebody, when you had what Max would refer to as a prospect on the phone, if you felt like you had a deal, you would raise your hand, and somebody like Max or myself would run over and try to help you lock up the deal. Now, here was the best part of it, is that if you did lock up that deal, you actually got paid from the guys at HBHS. So it was a really, really innovative deal.
Yeah.
Really, really innovative event.
It was, man. It was amazing. I've been to many events, and I think you have as well. But that event really took it up a notch, right? It really took it up a notch, and they changed the way they approach it. So
Yeah. So what had happened was I was eating some supper later on. I think it was the first night we were down at the Riverwalk and we grabbed a little restaurant. And I had not known Max before this, but he sat down at the table. We just started chopping it up a little bit. Ryan Overcash was there.
yeah,
Max's one of his colleagues was there, and we just kind of hit it off. And then from there, ever since then, we have had multiple meetups out in Arizona. Max and I have had a live sales intensive that we just did a few months back, where we had people from all over the country fly in to learn from us live, which was
yeah.
absolutely amazing.
It was. It was. You know, one thing of the event, I wanna stay a little bit on that. That was the first time you and I met, right? And man, I think right away it was a hit because when we started talking, we had some similar traits and some similar views of how to talk to sellers, how to deal structure, and all that stuff, and we connected right away. And which is which ironically enough, that's what we're going to talk about today, which is wholesaling live again, right? And this is what the giveaway, why we brought everybody to come and join us on this live, because part of the giveaway, it's full circle, right? You and I were talking about this backstage. Full circle. We met at Wholesaling Live. We did an event. You came out of Arizona a couple of times, and now we're going full circle back to Wholesaling Live. They call it Wholesaling Live Sub 2, or was it Sub 2.0?
Correct.
Yeah, so Sub 2.0, and basically the giveaway is going to tie into that. Let's see. Cameron said that would be sick to see y'all in person. Well, stay with us. Stay with us, Cameron, because you don't want to miss the giveaway that we're going to be announcing throughout the show.
Yeah, so we had such a successful turnout for the live intensive out in Phoenix that we got back, we let the dust settle a little bit. And after these events happen, right, like even as educators or as influencers or whatever you'd like to kind of refer to us as, we always kind of step back, we give it a week, we regroup, we get on the phone, we talk about what we could have done better, what we thought was good, what we thought was great. And honestly, we had one of the best responses that I had ever had for a live event in my entire life. There were so many people that had walked out of that room out in Phoenix that were absolutely blown away. And prior to putting that event on, I remember saying to Max, like, listen, I've paid for rooms that I knew I needed to be in and I knew I wanted to get value out of, but sometimes I would walk out of that room feeling really disappointed. And what was so great about Max and I is that you take this high level sales and you take high level creative and you put them together and you kind of merge the two so that you can fluidly flow through a deal without having to worry about dropping the deal, without having to worry about all the things that you worry about on the wholesale side.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a big thing. Like, even so I have already, when I met you, Mike, I already had done a ton of deals. I probably have close to over 400 completed transactions under my belt. And you know the story, right? I'm not going to get too deep into that. But I still, when it came to the creative structure, I was still working it and learning it and pitching it a certain way. And I've learned from you even then, even after all those transactions, even after doing all that business, because as you know, and this is where I think you and I link really well or mesh really well, was we like to talk to sellers in a level where it's almost where you call crayon language, right? And so the one way that I was pitching it, where I was making a big mistake, was, hey, what was asking the sellers if they would be open to being the bank for me, right? Which is pretty typical pitch. It's not terms, I don't even like saying that. But when I met you, and we'll get into this here a little bit, when you're like, hey, you should try doing it this way, and you came here to the lab, and we went through a little bit of scenarios and stuff, and I was like, that's it. Like, it's game over, man. With my sales strategies and the way you actually present the creative option, I'm like, man, I saw the unlimited potential, and it's been paying off huge.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to make it really difficult for sellers to say no to you in a sea
Right.
of competition here, specifically on wholesale. Sometimes in my training, you'll always hear me kind of say, "Hey, listen, like, what makes you think you're going to be lucky caller number 9 on the day? And then if you do have somebody on the phone, how do you make sure that you don't drop the call and that you offer a creative option or solution?" I shouldn't say option. I'm going to say option when it comes to opening up the conversation, but it
Yep.
really is a solution to the problem. And when you do that, what happens is you wind up keeping the prospect on the phone and being able to do things that 98% of the other investors aren't able to do. And that's ultimately be able to offer more money. Now, usually what winds up happening on a wholesaler, like you had just said, right? The structuring and the pitching of the deal really is what eases the seller's mind, because when you go to a seller, you go, "Hey, Mr. Seller, I can pay you more money. I want you to seller finance me the house. I want you to be my bank. Give me the terms that I need, and I'll balloon you out in 30 years." The seller is like, "Wait a minute. I don't even understand what you just said."
Yeah. Well, think about it this way, though. Take it a little step further. So most of us, and I think most of the most of the viewers that are watching us right now, and including myself, when we call sellers, like for me, it's always the cash option first, right? And I would say without contradiction, most of the people that are going to are viewing this and they're going to see this on the repeat are usually that way as well, right? Cash offer first. So if you think about it, so let's say that you got a seller that you've been negotiating with or talking to them for the past 30 minutes, 20 minutes, or let's say 2 or 3 follow-ups down the road. And if this is a long thought out process, and then all of a sudden you bust out the what you call the solution, right, of seller finance or creative, and you just hit them over the head with it just to convince them to do business with you. I mean, that's the problem, right? Like, you also have to understand how to transition, and that's what I've done really well, right? Come up with a way to transition that conversation so by unplugging them from the actual cash offer conversation, and then them saying yes, actually them saying yes to me, that they want to talk about the other option of how I can pay them more, because it motivates them, right? It motivates them because they're going to get more money, but they don't know all the ins and outs yet. The idea is transition away, unplug them from the cash offer, and now go and then present, have them say, yes, Max, I want to hear that other option, right? And that's the beautiful thing about what you and I are going to talk about in the Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery 2.0 is not only you with how to structure a creative finance deal with your number. I mean, I was still blown away in the last intensive, by the way, and I know you were with some of the things because we really hadn't really looked at each other's stuff in depth until that we did that intensive. And so the way you structure the deals and the way I get into the conversation is like what is it? A marriage made in heaven, a match made in heaven. Excuse me.
Yeah, so it's funny because I remember after that intensive, you had said to me, you go, man, that had gone so incredibly smooth. And I think because we hadn't had the conversation beforehand, like knowing that you had a really good way of getting into the creative conversation, me understanding the structuring and the math behind it, and then
Yep.
showing up live without we didn't talk about all we really knew is that we had certain time slots that we were going to abide by and say, hey, listen, Max is going to go here, Cash is going to go here. And then when we got there, the response was so incredibly overwhelming that we were
Absolutely.
like, oh my God, we got to do another event.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Boys said, you ever thought about being the bank? Laugh out loud. I can get you more money. Exactly. There's people running around saying that. I was one of them a couple years, like, I was still saying that. And there's a lot of people that are saying that. Even worse, would you give me terms? Right. I think that's even worse than actually asking the seller, would you be open to being the bank? Because sellers don't even know what terms is. The thing with the pitch, would you be open to being the bank? Most people can't wrap their head around, like, how am I going to be the bank, right? Where what Robert just put, Mr. Seller, if I give you what you want, how much time would you give me? Now that changes. That's a whole different perspective. And the one thing when I was listening to the way you were pitching and the way you were talking about, it reminded me right away is it's going back to what people are familiar with, right? Which is we're a payment nation, we're a credit nation, all that stuff matters, right? That you have to pay attention to, and you drew that up really, really well. And I'm like, man, when I heard, I was like, that's not going to take any effort for me to implement that in that conversation, because that's the way I speak to sellers, is I bring it down to the crayon language.
Yeah, the Kren language is key. You know what's funny about that too is that, like, if you're driving around in the car, let's say that you weren't prospecting for a house and you're driving around in the car with either a stranger or a friend, the conversation you would have with them would be like, "Man, I'd love to be the bank. I would love to be the bank." But then when it comes to you actually structuring something with a seller where they are the bank, if you don't really if you don't do it in a way that gets their seller, like, kind of puts the seller off of their heels and
Yeah,
is
yeah.
real open to your solution, man, you could put incredible deals. I know my man Boy is in here. He's been through my training. He just locked up a deal. My man Rob's in here, like 5 or 6 days after the training. He was looking at a 10 unit deal. So it's very, very possible and
I
very,
love it.
very easy to get into. Yeah,
I
for
love it.
sure.
Hey, let's do a quick shout out here. We have a little over 10 people watching us on YouTube. We got a few on Facebook. Do me a favor, everyone. If you can share this stream, share this with at least one person. Let them know that we're live. The giveaway is going to happen. So that way they can join us. We're gonna announce the giveaway here towards the end. We're gonna be breaking a little bit. We're gonna be talking a little bit more about some of the things that we're gonna be presenting at the Elite. But do me a favor, share this with someone, like it, and keep dropping those fire emojis. Melissa, I appreciate you. She just shared it. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for the fire emojis. Let's go. I'm excited, man, because I think this giveaway is gonna change not only one person's life but two people's life. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. So let's talk a little bit about the sales and seller finance mastery. So after that event, after that live event, I said to Max, I go, you know what? Why don't we do this, man? Why don't we give people an opportunity to not have to get on a plane, to not have to book a hotel room, to not have to spend a lot of money. Obviously, it costs thousands of dollars to take Max's training. It costs thousands of dollars to take my training. If you're going to fly in somewhere to see us live, it costs thousands of dollars to do that. But what if we can bring um, that training, right? We can break it up. We'll just kind of format the same thing, and we'll do this virtual event where you can come in and you can take a ticket for a very low ticket price and get as much as you can. Now, I want to be clear here. This way, there's full transparency. My seller finance training is right at about 18 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Max's training is right at about 20 hours, right? Like we put a lot into these trainings. This
Yep.
is a 2-day live virtual event where you're going to get 10 full, well, actually 8 full hours of training, 2 hours of Q&A. And that 2 hours of Q&A is almost going to be like a training,
Another
and it's
training.
going to
Yeah.
be split between Max and myself.
Exactly. Exactly. No, and you know what's crazy is I love that you brought that up, because the last one we did, the in-person one, you know, it cost a lot, right? Plus the flying, plus to fly in and all that stuff. Like, and this is we even though there's a price difference with this one, but the content is not going to change, right? The value is not going to change. We're not. I'm going to be talking about the exact same thing, blowing people's mind away. You're going to be, talking about the exact same thing and blowing people's mind away as well. And here's the thing. I want, for those of you that have attended my sales training, and for those of you that have attended Kashmoney Mike's seller finance training, here's going to be the difference, because I know there's people that are sitting in this chat right now. There's people that are watching like, well, what if I've already attended one of your training? Like, what's the difference, right? I know there's people that have already paid for some of the training. The difference is that there's two problems when it comes to people actually training, right? Number one is that if you go take someone's training, and I wouldn't call them problems, but here's what you run into is that there might be things that somebody that you learn through my training that you're going to connect the dots, because we're both bringing two worlds together, right? Which is the elite sales and then the seller finance mastery on your part. And now you're not only are you not only hearing one side of that, you're now hearing both sides, and then you leave and you have the game plan already together to have that full experience of how do I start the conversation? How do I, get the seller to say, yes, I want to hear your creative option and how you can pay more. And then Cash is teaching about how to structure that deal that benefits you and the seller. It's the best of both worlds in one place.
Absolutely. So the Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery is going to be held on August 11th and 12th. It's 2 full days. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show this QR code. You guys can scan the QR code. You could take a ticket to this event for $197, which is absolutely insane. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
So there is the QR code. You guys can scan it and you can grab yourself a ticket. Now we might as well get into the real deal. So as we were putting this thing together, we said, you know what we really want to do? We really want to help somebody. We really want to help 2 people really get an incredible start, okay? And we were thinking of different ways to kind of do that, and we came up with an incredible option, which I think is going to be absolutely amazing. You want to talk about it, Max? You want to let them know what's going on?
Yeah. So here's what we said. We said, here's why we came up with this, okay? We said, we're going to be going to, Cash and myself, we're actually VIP honoraries for Wholesaling Live, right? And so what we said, we have that event coming up in September. And then we already had this plan way before that, this Seller Finance Mastery 2.0. So the thing that me and Cash talked about is, why don't we look at whoever the people that are going to be attending this Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery. Let's take 2 people from that event and let's bring them over to the Wholesaling Live, where they can experience what we experience, right? So the way we went back and forth and kind of describing how we were going to do this, right? I think, Cash, we were figuring out which way to do it. So what we said is this: if the people that attend and buy and attend the Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery 2.0, that buy the platinum ticket, what we're going to do now, this is the gold ticket right here, the 197. For those people that buy the platinum ticket, what we said is we're gonna select 2 people, right? We're gonna select 2 people, and we're gonna give away a ticket for you to attend Wholesaling Live. But here's the kicker, okay? Are you ready for this? Drop some fire emojis and some thumbs up if you guys are ready for this. Not only did we say we're going to give you guys 2 tickets for free to come to Wholesaling Live, but what else did we say, Cash? What else did we say?
We said, let's send them a plane ticket and let's put them up in the exact same hotel that we're staying at, give them the experience of a lifetime, and let them rub elbows and get real life experience. So now here's the way it works. All right, 197 is going to be a gold ticket.
Yep.
A silver ticket. 297 is going to be a gold ticket, or maybe it's, I don't know, gold or platinum. You'll see it on there. And ultimately, if you take the second tier, you're going to get all the recordings. Okay, the platinum ticket. So for you to fly into Phoenix to see us live was $2,500. You're going to get us live. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. The high ticket is only $497, and you're automatically entered into this giveaway where we're going to send you a plane ticket. We're going to put you up in the same hotel that we're staying in, and we're going to give you a ticket to the event. Here's the kicker. After we give you the ticket to the event, you're going to be in the room trying to lock up deal live. And as soon as you have a prospect on the phone, you're going to raise your hand. Max is going to come over, or I'm going to come over. And if we lock that deal up, you're going to get paid.
Yep. Hey, Cash, can I share a quick clip here? But this is amazing. Not only are you going to get a ticket to attend and to be part of that event, you're going to get 2 of you that buy. We're going to select 2 of you that buy the platinum ticket. You're going to be selected. You're going to stay at the hotel we're at. You're going to get your flight paid as well too. So if I were you guys, I would try, because that platinum ticket is not going to be up for long. We only set a limit for those because we want to make sure that the people that actually sign up for that platinum ticket is our individuals that we know. We don't want 100 people signing up for that, right? Because we're going to be selecting 2 of those, 2 of you. But I'm going to run a little video here from Wholesaling Live because I think you brought a very good point. Not only are you going to get a ticket to go to Wholesaling Live, get your flight paid, and your hotel where the event's going to be, but you're also going to have the capability of locking up a deal. I helped 3 people, and we got it all documented. I helped 3 people get deals, and they got 50% of that deal. I want to show you a quick video here. I think I can share my screen right here, Cash. Let me see. All right, here we go. All right, get ready. Here we go. Wrong window. All right, hold on real quick. Let me share the other window. All right, here we go. Can you guys see that? Cash?
Yeah, we can see it loud and clear, brother.
Okay, can you hear it?
No.
Can't hear it?
Cannot hear it. Nope.
All right, hold on real quick. Oh, Melissa said yeah.
Awesome. I can't hear it, but go ahead.
Okay, for some reason, I don't think they can hear it. Huh. Well, let me see if I put the link in the chat. Maybe it's on your end, maybe, but... Oh, it says we can hear it. Okay, cool. You can't hear it, Cash?
I can't hear it, bud.
Anyways, here we are walking around. I know it's tough to hear, but I'll put the link in the chat. We're running real numbers. We're doing real deals here. These guys just locked up a deal. $800,000 ARV, and we got it for $475.
All right, they can't hear it, but Max will walk you through this thing. But ultimately, yeah, let's keep it playing, Max. Go ahead.
All right,
You just
cool.
have to narrate, buddy.
All right, so we're looking at comps here, right? So I'm gonna get on the phone with the seller here. So I'm letting them know we're looking at one more thing here. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for you guys so you can go back and watch it. Yeah, letting them know we're looking at one more thing. And I'm gonna fast forward here. We're running the numbers. And then I jump on the phone here. I'm gonna fast forward it. So we're locking up these deals live at Wholesaling Live.
Crazy.
And then I'll fast forward it here because I know you can't hear it. Here's how you know how we locked it up, okay? Check this out. I'm letting them know we locked it up, and I'm getting invited to stage. Let's go. There's the contract. I'm on stage letting them know what kind of deal it was. I know you guys couldn't hear it, but I'm gonna put that link in the video. But we go through the whole process. That's the experience you're gonna get. I think it's gonna be bigger, better. So man, I'm super stoked to be part of that Wholesaling Live event again, man. I'm freaking stoked about it because I love how people lock up deals live and you get paid. You get paid that guy got paid for that deal.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing experience. So, again, if you're interested in the Elite Sales or Seller Finance Mastery 2-day live virtual event, you do not have to take a ticket. I mean, a plane ticket. You do not have to you don't have to book a hotel room. We're going to do that for you if you take a platinum ticket. We're going to go ahead and automatically enter you in to win to get a quote unquote all expenses paid. It's going to cover your flight, your hotel. You're going to be able to rub shoulders with Max and I and all of our buddies in one of the most incredible events that you could absolutely find. And if you lock up a deal live, you get to keep the money, which is amazing. Not all the money. You've got to split it with
Yeah, you'll split it with them. Here's what I want to do, Cash, because I want to get this thing. I want this thing to be exciting. I want this thing to drive you guys. We got over 15 people right now on YouTube, and we got a few on Facebook. I'm gonna amp the Annie here for the next 5 people that sign up to the platinum ticket. Not only are you gonna get a ticket for Wholesaling Live, not only are you gonna get your plane ticket paid, not only are you gonna stay at the hotel where we're gonna be staying at. We're gonna select 2 of you. But the next 5 people that buy a platinum ticket, I'm going to do a free 4-hour training for you. A free 4-hour sales training for you that I put together live on a Zoom call. So I know who's the last person that bought. For the next 5 people that buy, I'm going to do I'm going to throw in a 4-hour sales training. So that way you can get better, and that way it encourages you to buy. And not only that, you're going to get entered to win. At the day of the event, we're going to be selecting the 2 winners. So I don't know what else to say, bro. But yeah, next 5 people that sign up, let's go.
I love that, man. More value on top of value. So ultimately, for $497, you can get entered to win. You're going to get 4 hours with Max completely live. You're going to get entered in to win a one-of-a-kind trip in a Wholesaling Live, get to rub shoulders with us, get to lock up deals live. We're going to give you a flight. We're going to put you in the hotel, and we're going to buy you a ticket to the event. On top of the 10 hours of training that you're going to get at the Elite Sales and Seller Finance.
Absolutely. So you'll get extra Q&A with me, but I need to see in that chat I signed up. Let's go. The next 5 people, before we get off this live, I'm throwing in an additional 4 hours after, which would be support, but I want to see in the chat who signed up, so that way I can take an account of who am I going to put in that training. I need the next 5 people that buy the platinum ticket. Let's go, man. This is going to be amazing. You guys, like, that whole experience right there, that recording, man, I look back on that. It still gives me chills, brother. Like, because, you go to a lot of these events, and what happens is that, you hear a lot of rah-rah, a lot of stories, and a lot of, like, nothing tangible, nothing practical, right? So how that's what I love these events, because it gives me the chills of you're experiencing, the live calls, the environment is crazy. It's almost like that. It's almost like the like a boiler room, right? And you know what's crazy is that seller that I was talking to, he said on the phone, he's like, "Hey, I'm hearing a lot of noises in the background. Like, what's going on over there?" "Oh, I'm sorry. We're doing a lot of deals over here. Like, we have, I mean, offers are going out. So I apologize about it, but this is what we do. We buy properties nationwide, and we got a lot of people. I got a lot of people in the back buying deals just like I do."
That's amazing. So I've got a personal goal to happen here at Wholesaling Live. I really want to lock up a seller finance deal at this thing and get somebody paid forever. I don't know that it's going to happen, but Uncle Charles and Mike have kind of structured this as a Wholesaling Live sub 2.0. So they're going to put a little subject to twist on this thing. And then obviously you'll have me there, you'll have Max there, and we'll be able to walk you through some of the creative stuff if it presents itself. But I'm going to show you exactly how to get into that conversation. Max is going to show you how to get into that conversation so that you will be automatically you'll be already trained before you go in there,
Yep,
which is going to be
exactly.
amazing. So you
Which
got
is
a
gonna be
real
that's, I'm glad that you brought that up. I almost forgot about that. Melissa, she said she signed up. Let's go. There's the first one. Who else we got? What is that? 80 Darren. I don't have that amount. Well, buy the 297, buy the 197. The training is going to be incredible. Whether you buy the platinum, if you get into that training, the platinum is if you want to go to Wholesaling Live and you want to get 4 extra hours with me, but you still have the 197 option and the 297 option. Now, the 197, which is the gold, gets you access to the room, the elite sales and seller finance with me, with Kashmoney Mike and myself. The 297, you're going to only not get in the room, but you're also going to get the recording, and you're going to get the call that we just released, where Kashmoney Mike and I lock up 2 deals on seller finance in front of 200 people, just to show you that this thing works. There's no theory. There's no fluff here. There's none of that. Like, this stuff works. Believe me. And like I said, if you don't have the capability to buy the platinum, that's okay. But at least invest in yourself. I always say this. A lot of people want to get better, and rightfully so. But a lot of times it takes a little sacrifice, investment, right? I've done it. Kashmoney Mike, how much money have you spent? It's easy for you and I. It's probably in the hundreds of thousands, honestly, for our career.
easy. Very, very easy. All right, so here is the QR code if you guys are interested in it. Again, once in a lifetime opportunity to get involved with Max and I at Wholesaling Live. If you take a platinum ticket, we're going to send you a plane ticket and a hotel and an entry ticket if you are drawn as a winner. You got an incredible opportunity. There are limited spots inside of this virtual event, so don't wait. You can do one of two things. You can sit on the sideline, you can wait, you can wish, and you can hope, or you can take some action. You can get involved for, the cost of a steak dinner here to go ahead and really understand high-level sales, high-level creative. You will not see another event or giveaway like this year. You'll have to wait till 2024. We've got an incredible opportunity inside this market to pivot into creative.
Absolutely.
Half of your competition is already gone.
Yep.
So not only will you be trained before you get to the event if you're drawn, but then when you get to the event, you'll be very well versed to get on the phones yourself. And then if you have a
Absolutely.
problem, raise your hand, and my boy Max or myself will come on over.
Put Mufasa's comment. I love that. Check that out. He said, "This is cheating. Cash and Max training you before Wholesaling Live." And I think Mufasa's going to be there, but because he's there. But exactly. You're getting the cheat code before you go out and execute. Like, one more, man. Like, I love that. Again, don't miss this opportunity. We love to fly you out there. We're gonna select 2 of you to not only give you a ticket to Wholesaling Live sub 2.0, but we're gonna fly you out there, and you're gonna be staying at the same hotel we're gonna be staying at. So that way you get the full experience, man. We're super excited. Let's go, man.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, couple of things before we get out of here. Number one, a big thank you to Max Jimenez. Again, Max has got an absolutely insane library of content. I have never seen such a library of content in my entire life. But you can get on to his YouTube channel. He's got everything under the sun when it comes to real estate and live calls. He's the founder of the Closers Lab and hosts one of the only live call shows on YouTube. He's got an immense amount of experience and, in my opinion, has a very unique way of getting into the creative conversation that makes people feel really, really comfortable, which is the reason why him and I kind of gel so well.
Yep.
You can find him on YouTube. There is the link for him.
That's the link to the call right there to the video we were just watching. What I like about that, what you just said, is that my man Robert, let's go. He just bought the platinum. Boom. I love it. Shout out. Kudos to him. Let's go, baby.
My man Robert Gillis, man, this guy is an amazing investor. And so here is a guy who continually grows. And that is really the separation, man, for if you want to be a real estate investor, you got to be more like Robert. You got to be more like Robert.
Yeah, got to take action, man. Action eats. The one thing I was going to say about your comment earlier about, learning how to get sellers to say yes, to have a creative conversation. That's what we're going to help you with, is let them tell you, yes, Robert, tell me about what is this other option that you're talking about, right? And that's always the best way, because now you're not like trying to deliver it, trying to force it. Now you have their attention, right? They're giving you time to, just like we're asking for time, they're giving you time to explain what a creative option is.
Beautiful. Melissa said, just upgraded. Let's go, Melissa. Let's go.
Who are the other 4 people, man? We got a few people on here. I want to help you, train you. Again, that way you go prepared. If you're selected to win that trip, man, we're super stoked and excited about that giveaway. It's amazing.
All right, here we go. Let me give you a couple of other things that you guys can get involved in. Obviously, Max Jimenez has an incredible YouTube channel. You can go learn a lot of stuff for free from Max. If you guys want to get involved in the Creative Real Estate Academy free Facebook group, the link to the Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery is in there. You can go ahead and scan that QR code right there. It'll put you into this free group where you'll be amongst a bunch of badass investors, all looking to help you get ahead. And one more time here with the Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery QR code, go ahead and you can take a ticket for $197, 10 hours of training. Don't have to leave your home. If you take the platinum ticket, which is $497, you're automatically entered in to win a once-in-a-lifetime trip where Max and I are going to fly you out. We're going to send you a plane ticket, put you in our hotel. We'll probably wind up breaking bread with you. And then ultimately...
Absolutely.
Yep.
Here's the thing, too, is I don't want to scare you guys, but potentially you're going to lock up your first – if you haven't done a deal yet, you're going to lock up the deal, and you're going to leave there with money in your pocket. So you're winning all the way around. Melanie says she just joined the live. Melanie, listen, you missed a lot, but here's the giveaway, okay? Because that's why you're here. I know that. The giveaway is this. We have a training, Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery 2.0 on August 11th and 12th. And for those of you that buy the platinum ticket, you're going to be selected to enter into a drawing to join us at Wholesaling Live. Not only are you going to get a ticket for Wholesaling Live, but you're going to get your flight paid, and also you're going to be your room as well too. So all those expenses paid, so you don't have to worry about it. Enjoy it, and to make it even better, you're going to be locking up deals. You're going to be calling sellers, and me and Kashmoney Mike and I are going to be helping you there. So scan that QR code. Check it out.
Yeah, super excited. All right. Anybody have any questions for Max and I before we break here? I think right after this, we might go live on IG because I don't know that we can do the two of them. I know there were some people that were here, but we definitely want to get to the people on Instagram. When we go on Instagram, we tend to get a lot of people to buy. So don't wait. If you're interested in the Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery, there is limited space here. Again, you could take a ticket for $197, or you could take the platinum for $497. Melanie, if you take a platinum ticket, you're automatically entered into have Max and I not only send you a plane ticket, we're going to get you a hotel room in the same hotel that we're staying in. We're going
Can
to
we
give
pull
you a
up?
ticket to
I'm gonna
wholesaling
pull up
live.
the page, Mike. I want to pull up the page because I want people to actually see this. Okay, give me one
Yeah,
second here
sure.
before we jump off because I want people to see this thing here visually. All right, are we there?
We are there.
Let's go. So here it is. Okay. So if you want to join us that day, if you want to join us, 197 straight clear cut, right? If you want to join us and you want to get the recording of the 2-day event, the Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery event, you can buy the gold ticket, and not only you're going to get that recording, but you're also going to get a phone call that we did live in front of 200 people. We locked up 2 seller finance deal. Kashmoney mics in my ear. As you can see, that video is right here. See that? Talking to Kashmoney Mike, and then people are reacting to that video. So you're going to get that call. But here's what we're talking about today, the giveaway. Okay, you're going to get all that, and you're going to get an entry to win a trip. You're going to get access to the Creative Real Estate Academy private Facebook group. You're going to get my cold call script. We forgot to talk about this. That's why I wanted to bring this up. And not only that, you're going to get the Seller Finance Matrix 1.0 and the Closers Lab Sales Flow with the Platinum. So you're not just being entered to win on the Platinum. You're getting all those things. Expenses paid for a chance to win to join us live. You're automatically entered to win a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Join us in San Antonio on the 16th and 15 and 16 of September, where you're going to be calling the leads live. So remember, just because, let's say you don't get selected for some reason, right? Somebody else wins. There's still a ton of value that you're getting compared to the silver and gold. You're getting my sales flow. You're getting my Cash's finance matrix. You're getting my cold call script, and you're getting access to the Facebook. So don't sleep on that. That's, you know what I mean? Don't sleep on that. That's a lot of value because I can tell you I don't know what Cash, what you got that seller finance matrix priced at, but I can only imagine it's not cheap.
None of it is cheap. None of it is cheap. But the real question is, what's the cost if you don't take it?
Exactly.
Right? That's the question. What does it cost you to not get involved and sit back and worry about whether or not you're going to be able to lock up a deal when you've got it right at your fingertips for a very small amount, not even a small amount, a small investment into yourself, really. That's
Yeah.
what it's about. So, yeah, amazing. All right, any questions from Max and I before we get out of here?
Let's
Happy to get
go.
some questions from you.
Cool.
All right, cool.
If there's not, I want to say this. For those of you that are watching on the replay that might catching this on the replay, this giveaway will be up. So if you're watching this on the replay, make sure that you scan the QR code because we don't have a date when this might get filled, but make sure that you go scan the code so that way you can be part of this giveaway as well too.
Awesome. All right, a big thanks to Max Jimenez, my buddy, man. He's such a badass. I'm honored to be in your company, brother, and I'm honored to
Absolutely.
doing
I
this
appreciate you,
event
bro.
with you. Yep, honored to be doing this event with you. So I'm gonna let Max go. I'm gonna close this thing out, and then Max, I'll buzz you in just a little while here.
Sounds good, brother.
Let's
Yep.
get on
Thank you.
Instagram. I appreciate you.
See ya.
All right. Awesome. All right. A big thank you to Max Jimenez. Again, if you are interested in the Elite Sales and Seller Finance Mastery, here's the last time that you will see that QR code. You can scan this in and you can take a ticket. Max has already gone through over the value of the ticket. You can see it on there, and we would love to see you in San Antonio. Hopefully, you're one of the lucky ones that happen to get drawn. We're going to send you a flight. We're going to send you a hotel room, and we're also going to train you before you get there, which is kind of crazy. All right, so I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you want to catch us on Instagram, it's 7:52 on the East Coast. I think it's 4:52 on the West Coast, which is where Max is. In about 8 minutes, we're going to be live on Instagram going through this again. Again, do not wait if you want to get a ticket, and we will see you next time. Thanks for joining us live here today, and we'll see you next time.